Welcome to Council Close-Ups. On this program, we introduce you to the people who do the everyday work of the Metropolitan Council. Today, we're talking with Claudia Fuentes. She's an outreach coordinator in the Council's Communications Department. We're at Silverwood Park in New Brighton. Why did you choose Silverwood Park for our conversation today?
It's a combination of my favorite things. There's ample green space, there's water, there's a little lake, and there's a shop up there that sells coffee. So,
Ooh la la.
I know. It's close to my house, very close to my house, and it's beautiful year-round.
Did you grow up in the Twin Cities?
I did. I was born and raised in the West Side neighborhood of St. Paul, the oldest Mexican neighborhood in the state. My father was an immigrant from Mexico. My mother was born and raised here. Her father was an immigrant. And that's where I was raised. That's where I went to school, K-12. And then when I graduated from high school, I boarded the 16 bus and went to the University of Minnesota.
What was it like growing up on the West Side?
You know, I honestly thought that the rest of the state looked like the West Side. It wasn't until I went to the University of Minnesota that I learned that at that time, which would have been in the early 80s, that really Minnesota was a largely white community in terms of demographics. I would go home on the weekends and pick up from my mom salsa in a jar, homemade salsa, and other munitions. And my friends from college, they would go off to their respective neighborhoods and come back with preserves and things of that sort. And I was like, wow, we're a little different kind of. So I designed my own degree program. I wanted to go to France and sit on the beach. So I minored in French and intercultural communications and Chicano studies. And I was always gainfully employed throughout the time that I was in college. And I did a variety of jobs. At one point, I was a career advisor, and I gave presentations and on everything from time management to career decision making. And doing that kind of work in my early 20s really honed my skills for the work that I do today.
What was your first job that earned you a paycheck?
I was part of a crew of youth that built trails, walking trails along the river.
Oh, fabulous. In St. Paul or?
In St. Paul.
You were destined to work at the Met Council, Claudia.
I guess so. It's that predictable.
Talk about what community engagement is. What do you do from day to day?
Engagement is where you sit down with individuals and you really explore if you have a common interest, if there is mutually assured satisfaction with a potential idea or project or program. Say you want to engage a group of millennials to comment on a plan for the next 20 years. I would sit down with an organization or organizations that work with that age group, and I would ask, do the members of your organization value thoughtful planning with transit? Do they like public transit? Do they like green space? Do they like water sustainability? Do they think it's a priority to have workforce housing in the 7-county area? And if people find, yes, I do see those things as priority for this community, the community that we both live in, I say, tell me more about that. And then we explore any potential areas where we could possibly partner. So from the very beginning, you're incorporating their ideas, seeing how that would work for their particular group or membership.
Why does your work matter to you?
The Metropolitan Council supports things that I value very much. It's key infrastructure that's going to last for generations. So they make a plan that people 20 years from now get to experience. The more information you have and the more diverse sources that you have for that information, the more informed your decisions will be. It can't be just us creating infrastructure without input. We have to have many voices, many perspectives at the table, because we're going to come and go. And when you have such robust information and engagement and dialogue, and in some instances debate, the chances are much greater that you come up with a better plan.
And more buy-in from the public.
More ownership, absolutely.
Claudia, thanks for talking with us today. It's been fun, and thanks for bringing us to Silverwood Park.
Oh, my pleasure. Anytime.
If you'd like to know more about the Metropolitan Council, check out our website at metrocouncil.org.